showdown. The rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. Will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds.
Ready, break. Lasso! Lasso!
To the air on first down. He's going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds space on the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
Quickly complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys. That's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Aggies are on the move. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He's going to take a shot right away. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It stops.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Daly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The RPO, it's complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. And so after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. Quarterback making checks. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Aggies!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Chubb. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action. Sends it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Nice move to keep running. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Moving away from pressure. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect this.
Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what.
A full dive to haul that one in. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
There he goes. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
And the Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's Sampson. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the 2nd half.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive gains.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Quickly complete. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have...
Gonna take a shot at this, DB. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
He wisely lets that one bounce end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
Here we go.
Wants to pass it. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. One more snap coming before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Works the middle of the field. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He spins that thing down the middle.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Offense working from the pistol. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking downfield on 1st down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
With the catch, it's Sampson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Touchdown, Texas A&M. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fakes to grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Cricket.
Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. From the gun on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Snagged in the middle. It's Sims. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on fourth down. Here comes the heat. Finds him out of the backfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. It's complete to the left, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. An 84-yard drive there, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Now on the move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, where you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's...
Touchdown, Aggies! And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. The Aggies in position to say goodbye to Texas University. So long to the orange and the white as they build the lead.
It's been Gig'em here. They're pulling away, just making more plays, and it seems like at the opportune moment, they're the team that's stepping up.
And they're loving this. The A&M fan base, that is. Just loving giving it to their rival Texas. If they can finish this one off, these people will go insane.
Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, he's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be...
He's looking deep. He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
Man, let that thing rip. How about this guy? Almost 450 yards on the day. He's been throwing it early. He's been throwing it often. He's been throwing it all over the yard and with a lot of success.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowling their neck up and getting a big stop.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the point after is good. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Runs for the tackle.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The latest edition of this tradition-rich rivalry ends with the Aggies saying howdy to a victory over the despised Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.